We are back with another video all about A-level grades explained, so a full guide all about A-level grades. It's currently 12 minutes past 4 and it is pitch black dark outside. It's definitely well and truly winter, but who else is so excited for Christmas? We are very Christmassy people here at Open City College. And stay tuned to look at our socials for all the decorations and festive content that we're going to be putting out through December. It's going to be a fun one. But enough about that, we're here to talk all about A-level grades. A-levels are such an important qualification for many students. They are an admission into university, and it can also, the grades of them can also impact future career prospects as well. So they are a very, very important qualification for many. So yeah, because they are so important, it's really, really key to understand all about how they're calculated, how you achieve the grades, what the grades mean, the grade boundaries, how many UCAS points they equate to, and all that good stuff. So that's why I'm here today to explain everything to you in this guide. So firstly, we're going to start off with what grades actually are passed at A-level. So A-levels are graded from A star to E, so A star being the highest grade that you can achieve and E being the lowest. So therefore anything below an E, i.e. an F or a U, are a fail. Although anything from A star to E is considered a pass, it is important to note that universities will have their own kind of entry requirement. So some universities will require specific grades for admission into that university, so it is best to check the entry requirements of those universities. For example, some universities might want 3 Bs, or another one might want 2 Cs and a B, or one might even want an A star and 2 As. So yeah, although A star to E is a pass, you're kind of going to be looking at those A, B, C grades, potentially Ds depending on the entry requirements, to get into university basically. So it's best to check with your desired university about those requirements. So although you do get a grade for an A-level, these are then converted into UCAS points. So all the different grades will have a corresponding amount of UCAS points that grade is worth. So we're going to just run through what A-level grades kind of correspond to in terms of UCAS points. So an A star is 56 UCAS points, an A is 48 UCAS points, a B is 40, a C is 32, a D is in front of me, I'm trying to remember it as I'm looking at you. So a B is 40, a C is 32, D is 24, and E is 16 points. And it is important to know that universities will require you to reach a certain amount of UCAS points to get into that university. But yeah, so although you do get a grade for an A-level, it is then kind of converted into UCAS points as the admissions process into higher education. So UCAS points are cumulative, so the students' overall number of UCAS points they can achieve is dependent on how many subjects they study at A-level and then the grades they achieve as well. So next we're going to talk about A-level grade boundaries. The grade boundaries are actually set by the exam boards, and they vary with different subjects, and they also vary year on year. So they can vary depending on the difficulty of the exam. These boundaries determine a minimum mark to achieve a certain grade. So we're actually just going to run through the 2021 grade boundaries for the A-level maths exam, which kind of gives you an idea of the marks you need out of the full paper to achieve certain grades. So that sounded more complex than it is, but I'm just going to run through a list now and it will all make sense. So to achieve in 2021 for your A-level maths exam, to achieve an A star, you had to get 175 marks out of the full 200 marks. So you had to get 175 marks to achieve an A star. So for an A, you had to get 157 out of 200. For a B, you had to get 137 out of 200. For a C, it's 116. D was 95 and E was 74. So although it's important to note that these grade boundaries do change year on year, the difficulty exam and the subject, that does give you a kind of rough idea of the marks you would be aiming for those specific grades. These grade boundaries are only released after exam results have been published in August. So you won't know the grade boundary before you sit your exam, but this does give you a great idea on what you would be aiming for. kind of depending on what grade you would like to achieve. So next, how are A-levels graded? A-levels are graded through a combination of coursework and also final exams. The exact breakdown of coursework to exams will vary on the subject, but largely it is focused on those final exams. So for example, a certain subject, let's say RE, that might have 20% coursework and 80% exams. So it could have a kind of split like that. It could be different, 30-70, 10-90. That will completely depend on the subject, but it is largely based on that final exam, with a small portion being coursework for the majority of subjects. The exams are marked by trained examiners and markers throughout the summer. And the grade achieved will depend on how many marks you get out of the total amount, like we just discussed in the grade boundaries section. So the way A-level grades are calculated does depend on the specific exam board, but they are calculated by taking into account the student's coursework and then their performance on the final exams. Each exam board will have slightly different systems to how the grades are calculated, but generally each student will be assigned a mark for that paper, and then that mark will correspond to a specific grade. So largely the grades are determined by assigning a certain percentage of marks to each grade. So for example, a student who scores 90% or higher might get an A star. However, a student that achieves 70 to 79%, that might be a B grade. So you're kind of assigning a percentage of marks to each grade boundary that you're assessing, from A star down to E. I hope that was all nice and clear. It is really important to understand kind of how the A-level process works, how the marks are calculated, grades, UCAS points. There are a lot of these taboo words, but hopefully I've done a good job of explaining there. Kind of just a full guide all about A-levels and their grades. If you are interested in studying online A-levels, that's great. First of all, they are some of our most popular online courses, and it's great for anyone looking to study flexibly from home at their own pace, just from the comfort of their own home around their kind of busy lifestyle. So yeah, they're perfect for anyone like that under those circumstances. So yeah, I'm just going to read out a quick list of the A-levels that we provide personally as Open Study College, just in case you were interested. So I'm just going to read out a list that's on my laptop underneath you right now. So accounting, biology, business studies, chemistry, classical civilization, economics, English language and literature, English literature, further maths, geography, history, law, maths, philosophy, physics, politics, psychology, religious studies and sociology. So we do have a large range, as they are our most popular courses. So yeah, if you have any questions about online A-levels, please just comment down below. We'll get back to you. You know, we're always open to answering questions about anything you want to know. And don't forget to subscribe. It's free, why wouldn't you, you know? And you might enjoy our content in the future. We do a lot of videos around university, A-levels, UCAS points, different careers, different qualifications, also student tips, things like that. So yeah, subscribe if that sounds good to you. And I hope you have a lovely evening, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!